Hi, I'm Hannah. Are you tired of pooping in the dark? Well, poop no longer in the dark with Lumitaz. Lumitaz will sell you a lamp or a light bulb, so when you're done you can see your poops glistening in that big old toilet of yours. Look at what comes out of your butt with Lumitaz. Brought to you by Lumitaz. Your poop.
Please send dick pics.
Girlfriend in a coma, I know, it's serious. Girlfriend in a coma, I know, it's really serious. There were times when I could have murdered her.
And oh my gosh, we're here. It's like 10:35 p.m. and I'm April.
I'm Hannah Heard.
And she's my special guest
Woohoo.
co-host. Woohoo! You're listening to Please Send Dick Pics.
We want to see your penis.
Yeah, how come they never show us?
It's so rare that I get.
You know, when you get a penis picture, it kind of attacks you in the email.
It's so rare that I get an unsolicited penis picture. Please send more if the world is lacking anything.
I don't want to see your face and get to know you.
Yeah. It's only about your body.
It's only about your body.
By the way, I'm a very large, overweight woman, so that's a funny thing to say. To be like, oh, it's only about your body. By the way, I'm like a female, what's the big globby thing from Star Wars?
I was going to say the Blob, but Star Wars, Boba Fett? No, not
Is that
Boba.
him?
I don't know. What's his name?
The one that, like,
Shit.
gets Princess Leia and that, like, thing. Don't listen.
He's like, rah, 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 rah.
Everyone who loves Star Wars is like, I hate her now. Listen, I know the movies. I'm
oh
just
my
bad
god!
with names and details.
It's not Boba Fett was like a
Chewbacca? No, that's
the hairy one
guy.
He's like, meh.
Yeah.
No, I did like it's a sheep.
Kai, retake. I can't.
It's like if you can do like Donald Duck's voice, you can also do Chewbacca's.
Really? How do
Yeah.
you do Donald Duck?
It's like my
Oh,
dad
like
can
that.
do it. I know, like there's like 2 people in the world that can do it, and my dad's one of them.
I was always a Daisy Duck growing
Yeah,
up.
I like Daisy. I have so many photos of her from
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Like
Oh
my
my
friend
God.
was like, I'm Minnie, and I was always like, I am Daisy, and before I was jealous, but Daisy Duck has a lot of sass.
She's
And
got a lavender bow.
yeah, and she has a big butt. She
Yeah.
knows what's up. She's cool.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
No, you're like
My
so
butt-
tiny.
My butt, like I might be kind of tiny, but that badunk-a-dunk is not
Yeah.
going away.
It's a duck butt.
It's a duck butt. It's a
Not a-
badunk-a-dunk.
Yeah.
A badunk-a-quack. Quack.
This is a serious political show. And
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding.
I try. This podcast gets serious sometimes. Anyways, I don't even want it to be. Okay.
Does everyone start with the dick pic joke?
Sometimes not really. No, because we never get them. Oh, I did get an email. Last podcast I asked for like a hello. I did get one from a guy who he's probably listening.
Did he send you one?
No, please don't.
Don't.
If
do
you're
it.
listening, please don't.
It's a joke.
But no, seriously, do not.
Yeah.
No, it's like one of those people you try to date on. You're not really like. I just like talking to people on Tinder or Bumble.
Yeah.
Like I like talking to people. I'm not sure I want to date them. I'm kind of like.
That's hard. I've stepped away from the
I have.
the apps, and I was a heavy user. I was
like drugs.
Yeah, I was just like, it's the perfect thing. It's like catalog shopping online for people you
Yeah.
might like.
It's like you don't. It's window shopping, and like the next day you're like, I'm over it.
I feel like I'll go on Amazon and be like, oh yeah, I totally need this little doodad, and then I switch over to Tinder and I'm like, and he seems nice. He can move the doodad once it comes from Amazon.
Hey Tinder, can you make a wish list of people we can put on our wish list for?
I would love to. I know some celebrities get on Tinder, and I would love
probably.
to find them.
Oh, wow.
Not in a weird way.
Do you want to announce
sounded
who do you want to find? Was his
that
name
sounded-
Richard or Dick?
It sounded very like Liam Neeson. Like,
You like Liam Neeson?
Find you.
I'll find you.
No, he just keeps losing his kids.
I know.
I don't
They're
know
like
why-
M&Ms or something.
Why haven't CPS like gotten?
Oh, why? Yeah.
Because he just keeps. At some point, it's bad parenting. But I always like joke and be like, "I'll find you. Like you're my kid. I'm Liam Neeson." I don't get.
I don't know a guy who want to go for that.
No, I just meant people in general.
They have a Liam Neeson girl fetish.
I love being really weird and awkward. I think
Yeah.
one of my favorite things, if I want to mess with someone that I'm just meeting, like if it's a friend or a friend.
I love messing with people.
Well, it's not always good to do as a first impression, but one of my favorite things to do is when someone's like, "Hi, I'm so-and-so." I shake their hand and I go, "Hi, oh my gosh, I have heard so much about you from, our mutual friend, and I have been dying to tell you, you are so beautiful in your sleep." And like,
that's great.
Some people take it really well, and some people take it like, "I don't like you anymore."
I remember you did that to me. I remember now. And I was like, we are going to be friends.
Good. I need to know.
It was at the comedy
weird.
spot, and I'm like, we're doing
was
improv,
it?
and
Yeah.
you said it on stage. And I'm like, do you say this to everybody? It sounds like you do. It sounds rehearsed, and you're in an improv class? All right.
That's funny.
So, yeah, like, how's life lately?
Good. I actually just got done. We wrapped. I was in a film.
Yeah, that's why we're
local
doing this, like,
production.
yeah.
Woo.
I had a show tonight, so it's fine.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was really fun. The film, I believe, is being called Roach Coach.
Oh.
And it sounds really
It's like
bad.
Driving Miss Daisy, but with roaches.
No, that would be a great plot. That could be a whole series. No, like it was. I don't know if I'm allowed to give the plot, but basically, the starting premise of the movie is that I am an Uber Eats driver, but I get high all the time and I eat the food before I get to deliver it.
It just sounds like you are trying to get diabetes.
Yeah, I'm well on my way. No, I steal their food because I get really high, and then I get fired, and I start my own business. So that's the film. It was fun. They kept doing, like, they had a fake smoke machine, and they would, like, smoke up the car and make me get in it. Like, I clam-baked the car, and I drive around.
It's like you, like, farted in there, and it's just really smoky. No, it's like...
It's exactly what my farts
It's like your
look.
car has problems. Is Ben Coffin producing this? Because is it for the Weed Channel?
No.
Okay.
But we're hoping. Ben? I don't know who Ben
Oh, Ben
Coffin
Coffin's
is.
a comedian, and I was in this series he has called Buddies, so we'll
Oh,
see.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Right on.
he's cool.
Like Bud.
Buddies.
Buddies.
Yeah, buddies. I think, like, grandparents would be like, this sounds swell.
Yeah. Right. And they don't get
What's this about?
the little pun there.
They're like, what's the green stuff? Oh, I take it before I go to sleep because I have
Actually,
cancer, like my aunt does.
I worked at this boutique, and it was owned by this sweet older couple. And the woman would still, like, shop and go to, like, the places to get, like, the stuff for the store. And she found these, like, crazy little socks, and they had, like, cute patterns on it. And it's, like, all high-end crap. It's, like, in Scottsdale. And she bought a bunch of weed ones, too. And we're like, hey.
She's like, this looks like my ficus.
She was like, they're Christmas trees. It's a Christmas tree time. She did not know. And we, like, were immediately like, we have to get these off the floor. There's, like, 50 weed socks in this, like, upscale bodega. Like,
Oh my god.
it was the best.
It's like a weed bodega. Okay. Bodegas are definitely weed places. I can't believe it's an upscale one. Like,
Or, wait, what's a bodega then? I don't know if I understand what that means.
I think it's
There's
like
a
a
lot-
Brooklyn grocery store. I don't know.
Really? Is that
With
what a
cats.
bodega?
With cats, apparently, from Angie told me that.
Oh, then it's not a bodega.
There was a bodega in downtown Phoenix on Roosevelt, and they got torn down. My
Really?
friend used to work there, like, years ago.
I don't think I understand words. Then we're gonna have to edit a lot.
I love words, and when I don't understand them.
I sound so much. This is why I'm not invited to a lot of podcasts.
Is this your first podcast?
No. But
Okay.
it's just downhill every single.
Because I'm all for getting people on podcasts. Like, last week, Stina Solito was on, and it was her first podcast, and then she lied to me and said it was her second. I'm like, well, that's fine. But
I
is
think
this your 10th?
No,
Oh.
it's still in. I'm still under like 5.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I know I did one for sure, and I think I did another one, but I don't remember.
You're like, you're not sure. Were we just having a conversation and they pull out a recorder and you're like, is this something? Is this going online?
Yeah. Well, like, no, one I did, and they said it was a podcast, but then they were recording it and like putting on YouTube, and I'm like, I don't know if this. I don't think you understand what podcast is. So, like,
I had a YouTube podcast. It was just improv games.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
on YouTube now. It's called the Improv Podcast.
So I thought podcast meant just like radio. Again,
you
words
can.
I
Oh, I
don't
know. Yeah,
understand.
you can like
Damn it.
Matt improviser Matt Besser, which you should know.
Yeah,
Upright.
yeah.
Upright Citizens Brigade.
I'm actually friends with him on Facebook.
Oh yeah, he's really cool.
Really nice.
Yeah.
So
Not
that I've met.
I will be one day. Okay. No.
No, I actually haven't met him. I just like came across his profile from like mutual people, and I like just friended him and thinking maybe he would think I'm someone he's met and he would accept it, and he did, and I like just creep on his page
like
myself.
TLC, you creep.
Hi, yeah, creep. Hi, Matt Besser. How are you? Please find this podcast.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something and I forgot. Oh, he had. Oh crap, that's my whatever. My Facebook. Fuck. What was I gonna say?
Did you hear that in Upgrade Citizens Brigade is still going?
Did you say upgrade?
Upgrade. What did I say?
It's like Upright Citizens Brigade, but an upgrade to it.
No,
upgrade citizens.
You guys, I'm so tired.
They're like white power. Okay.
Words are hard. UBC. Okay, we'll just
UBC.
In California, it's UBC, Second City, Groundlings, and iOS.
iOS
right?
is done.
And they
Donezo.
are done.
They are done.
I've never been. I hear it was great, but I don't know.
I went once.
Was it good?
I mean, it's kind of like they have a bar, and it looks like you're going into the classroom, but it's a bar. And then there's like behind is like upstairs. There's like theater rooms and stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
What's the worst improv
Place I've been to?
Yeah. Thank you for finishing that sentence.
In LA or Phoenix or
just in your life.
Shoot, the worst improv I've been to. Well, damn. Probably my own rehearsal.
Was it the people or was it just the venue? Because, you know, like if you get a bad venue, you're just like, not even like the crowd, it's just like the room will be like, what is this? Or like.
Yeah, you mean like an awkward place.
Yeah.
You mean like venue-wise.
Like, or people or whatever it was.
So a comedy, I went to a place where you had to pay to like go up. I thought that was kind of weird. But it was one of my best videos. I feel like
if you are paying, I wouldn't ask what time you're getting. I'd say, I'm doing 15. Here's your money. Like, you know what I mean?
Usually it's like, if you don't go up, you have to pay. But this was like, if you're watching, it's free. If you want to go up, you have to pay. I'm like, okay.
That's so weird. But if I was like paying, what I'm saying is if I'm paying for it, I'm choosing how long my set's going to be, not them. Because it's on my dime.
So you're going to go longer or shorter?
I would go longer.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'd get as much time as I could.
It was also at a farmer's insurance building.
That's...
But there was a stage, but like it says farmer's insurance, and then there's no. I'm like, where's the farmer's insurance? There's nothing in here but a stage.
Is totally like you wandered into a building and there was a mic set up for some reason.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm performing.
It was in North Hollywood. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I performed improv once with a troupe, and we had a gig, and it was in a banquet hall. So we had a stage. It wasn't even a stage. It was a dance floor set up in the middle. And there was like a bunch of tables on either side. So there's no one direction to face the audience.
God. It's like celebrity theater.
And it was like vaulted ceilings, so nothing carried. We all had to be like mic'd. And even still I don't mean like mic, like they actually professionally put mics on us. They handed us microphones, and if we got close to each other, they were like,
oh my God.
It was...
It sounded like you're trying to get resurrected with like those little like beep beep beep.
It was just like really, really bad. But it was funny.
I think I've been in restaurants where like the sound doesn't carry, like the crowd is so loud they don't hear you. Yeah.
I love dive bars. I love performing at dive bars. I feel like those. I'm like, I look out at the people and I'm like, I know these people.
like I
can
you?
Connect with them.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There was a girl the other night at, I was doing stand-up at Bridget's Last Laugh, and there was I think some guy or one of the comedians has a picture of her, but like a stripper there's a stripper that did stand-up. Her name was Vicky Valium. And I'm like, isn't Valium like a sedative? Why are you not sleeping?
Her name wasn't Chastity? It wasn't Crystal Chastity stripper?
I don't know. Like, she was just like giving like faux
blowjobs
jobs on stage to the comedians. She didn't touch me. She actually hugged me.
I feel bad though. Was she like, we gotta stick together female comedian wise?
No, we do.
And I really feel strongly about that until I just meet an absolute bitch.
No, she was nice. Like I said, I mean, I poked fun at her, but like,
you know what I mean?
Like, my set was gone. Like, when I went up, I'm like, my set's about you.
I can't follow that, yeah. Oh,
but it makes comedy easier when it's just about one person.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I couldn't even imagine pole dancing. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, the strength. You need to, like, go to the gym, lift weights to be able to hoist yourself up there, go upside down. I would just be, like dancing, like, around it. Like, not even touching it. Just, like, trying.
I know of two stripper clubs. I don't know.
I heard you get $1,500 if you just show up.
Really?
Is that true? My friend said she did. She had to, like, she went and stripped with her friend because, like, they're trying to save her friend's house. And she said, you'll get $1,500 if you just show up. I'm like, I would quit every day.
Yeah. That would be great. No, like, I live downtown Phoenix, so there's this one place called Band-Aids.
Oh.
Which sounds like a terrible strip joint because you don't want to think of Band-Aids.
Well, I mean, it could save you. It could prevent infection.
It just sounds really bad. And then there's up north, there's the candy shop, and I know that place because I had a relative who lived up in that area, and they would say, oh, it's over by the candy shop. And I was like, oh, I love candy.
You're like, I love that song. 50 Cent's gonna be? Is he in town?
I thought it was really like a candy, like, what candy shop?
Yeah.
I like candy. And then I learned what it was. I'm like, why is that your point of reference? Why is you could also say, like, there's a Walmart around here, or there's this or that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of made me, I feel like I'm being a bummer. I'm just tired.
No, I'm with you. My birthday's tomorrow, and I'm turning 33, 7 years till I'm 40.
Oh my God, you're counting it down?
No, since I turned like
it's just
18,
simple,
I've been counting it down. Because I'm a worrywart like crazy.
I'm actually turning. I don't want to age myself. I always love.
Oh yeah, your birthday's in this month too.
It is in this month.
Yay!
I always want to not age myself, but then I also want to tell people, this is so vain, I want to tell people my age so they can go, oh my God, you look so good.
Yeah, you do.
Because
I got that today.
Thank you. You got that today,
Well,
too?
yeah, today I was at this coffee shop
Yay.
getting my free coffee, and one guy's like, how old are you? And I'm like, 33. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, and he's like, yeah, you look 80. And I'm like, oh.
What?
No.
I do get mad when I don't get, like, carded, and then one time that backfired where I forgot my ID. I had, like, a little purse like this and just, like, a little, like, going out wallet, and I forgot
cute
my
wallet?
ID.
What
Thank
is this
you.
wallet?
Isn't that so cute?
There's swans on this?
It's swans.
Quit looking at me, swan!
It's
Okay.
so cute. So I forgot my ID, and I went to Total Wine.
Oh, I love that place.
I love that place too. But now I think they like. I wrote a review, and I was like, "Total Wine, Total sucks." I was like so mad at them. I'm sure they've gotten that before.
Did they write back total whining at us?
Oh, that would be good. I should write for them.
I think I'll onion that. I'll be the onion for them.
Yeah.
I worked at PayPal. I wrote like an onion article for PayPal, and I never did anything else with it.
What happened was I get to the front, and they're like, we need your ID because you look under 30. And I'm like, okay, I don't have it.
That's still old enough to buy alcohol.
But do I look under 21? There's the caveat.
Oh!
And they're like, you don't look like you're under 21, but you do look like you're under 30, so we're not going to sell to you.
What?
And I got really mad at them.
Weird logic.
And so I didn't want to yell. I didn't want to make a scene. And so sometimes when I get frustrated or nervous, I start singing. So instead of yelling, I started singing. I was like, "You're rude, and I won't bring my business back."
Is this like, what's that movie with the girl, the redhead singing? I forgot.
I don't know.
What's her fucking name? Oh, well.
No, but I was on the phone with my sister, and she's like, "Are you singing at them? Just yell at them." And I was like, "No."
I think people born in April don't want to yell at people.
I
mean, I do sometimes.
I don't want to. I'm okay yelling, but I don't want to yell at a liquor establishment. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
It sounds trashy.
I don't want to yell at the service industry.
Yeah.
It's like yelling at a waiter.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I've never yelled at a waiter. I did one time though. I got a really bad haircut. And I was was it bald? Like, was that as bad? It was really bad. It was not even. It was just a hot mess. And I always tip extra. I tip.
Aww.
And I tipped her extra, but I handed it to her and I said, "You did not earn this. This is a bad haircut."
I've done that kind of tip. Yeah.
But I believe in supporting our economy. You have a hard job, but you did wrong. And I went.
Yeah.
And so I gave her the money, and I directly went across the street to another haircut place. And I was
a competitor.
Yeah, I was like, "Listen, I have no appointment, but you have to fix this. This is a problem."
Do you have photos? Do you have photos of it?
No, I don't have photos. This was undocumented.
What if she took a photo thinking she did a good
Yeah.
job? She's like, for my portfolio.
I didn't want to give her extra money and have her be like, "Damn, I'm good. I gotta keep up this level of professionalism." I'm like, no. The bar is very low.
You're under the bar on the ground.
I sound like a dick.
You're in the basement, lady.
Yeah.
Or man. I don't know.
Seriously, I want to be like, "Did you cut this in the dark? Did you?"
Do you have Edward Scissorhand problems?
Was this site optional?
Were you was she on her phone while cutting your hair?
Maybe. I was on mine. This is why it happened. So, it was really bad. I sound like an asshole, but I'm okay.
No, I've done this tip where I'm trying to be nice, but
you did bad.
Yeah. Well, okay, one time, for Christmas, we didn't really have family Christmas, so I went and got, sticky rice by myself somewhere, and I think it said it was, $6 for the sticky rice, mango sticky rice. Yeah. I love mango sticky rice so much.
I've never had that.
Oh, get it.
Okay. We'll talk about it later.
Fucking get it. Everybody listening, get sticky rice and mangoes. And it said it was $6. She charged me $9, and I'm and it didn't say gratuity included. And it was it was Christmas, and I'm like, you're probably busy. She wasn't busy, but I mean, I was gonna tip her, and I think I put no tip for you or something on the receipt.
You already got your tip.
And then I had a horrible 2 months after that, so I don't know.
Have you ever worked service? Have you ever?
No, I have. I worked in retail at a bank, at a credit union. I would never work at a fucking bank. Credit union.
I worked at a bank. I worked at a
Good
bank.
pay.
Yeah, no.
No?
But I was just a teller, but I actually didn't want to. It's a historic district building, and I just really liked the building.
Yeah, that's enough to work somewhere.
It was my early 20s, and I just was if I have to go into a job, I want to go into this building.
With style, old style.
So this was it was such it's charming, and it's landmarked, and it was really cute. And so I was I knew nothing of the banking world. I just want to work here. So I walked in, and they're like, "No chance." So I did my research in line, and I actually found the district hiring manager. Nice. And I just kept calling her. Her name was Emily. She has 2 daughters. She lives bi-coastal. I would call her. I got this information
Is this the character you're doing now?
No. I got this information from her. I did not stalk this. But it would be a monthly thing where I'd be like, "Hi, Emily. How are you? Is there?" And she's like, "If you go to this training, I will see what I could do." All right, but only that building. I was crazy because I was younger.
This is how you get an audition for Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Everyone listening,
just
pest.
Crazy, but pleasantly pest.
I have the emails, so if you want to pester anybody, I can give you the emails I have.
I was just I don't know. I was really, and honestly, I was 20. I was I don't know.
Girl, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm just crazy.
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to her in a while.
Okay, she could be dead.
I could give her a call.
Do you want to catch up at that building?
She'd probably be like, "Do you need another job?" I'm like, No, I'm all set.
She's like, "Well, if you go to this coffee shop, I'll see what I can do. See if I can meet you there, I guess."
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I've had so many jobs It's crazy.
It's
I've
good.
had no. Well, yeah.
Well, no, it's good. It's not good for taxes, but it's
I
tax time is
There-
confusing.
I always forget one, and then I'll owe like they're like you owe $8,000.
Do you have it? Do you have all? Do you keep everything, or do you have it taken out? Like, do you have like the withheld?
Oh, I have them withheld, but I'll forget about like a holiday job or something stupid that I did.
Oh, you're doing in between. Okay.
And then they'll be like, "Oh, you owe us like $2,000." I'm like, "Damn you, government! Damn you!" Actually, this is a really good political topic.
Okay.
If we want to get into this, and
This is a news section.
in almost all European countries, they the government in producing more jobs and for people, whatever, they actually file everyone's taxes for them, so you don't have to do it. At the end of the
U.S.
year,
sucks.
At the end of the year, they just send you a check or a bill, and if any point you want to question that, you can meet with an advisor and be like, why do I owe? And they go down and sit with you. And our government is absolute. I sound like some conspiracy theorist person, but our government is 110% equipped to do this. They choose not to. And you're like, Hannah, how could they know everything? Because if you forget your W-2s or lose them, you can walk into the IRS and they print you out a fresh copy. That means they already know what you worked, they already know what you make, and they already know what you owe. They're waiting for you to make a mistake so they can cash in on it and make money off of you. That's all that it is.
And this is the month of April, so this is a great tax tips podcast,
We have
right?
a lot.
This is, forget dick pics. Send us your tax tips.
It got really serious. I have a lot of accountants in my family, so this is like a hot
Oh
button
my God,
issue.
I'm glad I know you, because I'm doing my own accounting right now.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it. I have I'm still getting my shit together for the tax people.
Yeah. Well, we kind of joke because I will start introducing myself like I'm a comedian, even though I do other things, but I want
I'm
to be
also a CPA.
known. I want to be known as that, and it gets really annoying because I'll be like, oh, I'm a comedian. They're like, tell me a joke, and I feel like if they're like, make me laugh, clown, tell me something. And my sister always gets kind of like, yeah, they shouldn't do that. She's like, I tell them an accountant, they don't say add this for me.
Yeah.
Express
What category? Is this travel meal?
Yeah.
Is this entertainment?
Is this taxable for my dual income? She's like, I don't fucking know. So, can I swear on this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's explicit.
So,
I got the explicit title on iTunes.
So it kind of, did you have to pay for titling and all that stuff? Is that okay to ask? I'm not asking.
No. I pay for the SoundCloud. I need to pay it actually. So
That's
when I
cool.
post this, I'll have paid it by then.
This is the financial episode.
This is the financial. No, it's great. Because I was I'm always wondering how, I interviewed comedians two comedians, Matt Stores and Genevieve Rice, on how they make ends meet, and they're like, oh, we have another job. I'm like, oh, you do? All right.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you have a regular job. Okay.
Yeah, I tell people I do lift, and I do that.
She lifts weights is what she means.
Yeah.
She lifts people in their cars and then
lifting
runs
people
them.
up. Yeah.
You could be a gladiator queen.
I could. I'm very sturdy.
Like Ox.
Remember that in the 90s they had a gladiator show. You have all this padding with you and you'd fight people.
Yeah,
so,
I love that show.
I would totally be on that.
That was my grandpa got me into WWF, but I was into that show. I'm like,
because they had weapons and
I
stuff.
know.
And you were padding
American Gladiator, right?
Yeah. No.
No, it was something else.
It was something else. Maybe it was American.
I think it was something
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
And you had to go up this stupid hill at the end, and it had these it had a grid on it, and it always reminded me of Tron. And you'd have to run up and bring the thing, and maybe I'm mixing it up with American Warrior too.
No, I know the Gladiator you're talking about. I would watch that. It was a Star Search and then Gladiator for me, and then A-Team.
I missed Star Search. Who is the guy that hosted Ed McMahon?
Ed McMahon.
Right? Oh my God!
Ed McMahon.
I had dreams as a child being one day, Ed McMahon, I'm gonna be on your show.
They said you're gonna be on him. I'm like, no.
No.
I'm like, no.
When I was kids, maybe I said it sexually too, because I was like,
I'm gonna be on your show.
Yeah. No, he was a million years old even when I was a kid. He was at death's door at any moment. But
Justin looked like it.
Justin Timberlake was on that show. I'm pretty sure Christina Aguilera was on that show.
everyone was on that show.
I was not going to do comedy.
Hillary Clinton was on that show.
What?
No, I don't know. Bernie Sanders was on there.
I didn't say that like I'm questioning you. I was genuinely excited.
She was just like advertising like designing women work pants.
Yeah, which also I miss designing women.
Designing women.
That was a great show.
I miss. I didn't like Cheers.
Where everybody knows
I don't like the show. I like Frasier.
I love Frasier.
I probably said this on this podcast already.
I here's the thing. If Cheers is on, here's the pecking order. Okay, for me, Frasier,
Mad
Cheers,
About You.
I love Mad About You.
Mad About You.
MASH. Like, I'm not into MASH. Everyone
I'm not
loves
really
MASH.
into MASH.
I don't like it.
I do like the flamboyant guy.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of color going on. It's like very serious and
but then I like Alan Alda's like historical thing. He had like a historical show on PBS. I like that.
I like him.
I like him.
I just didn't like MASH. And there's parts of MASH that
Did you ever play MASH when you were in elementary school? Remember MASH?
Yes. Yeah.
Mansion, apartment, shack, house.
Always got. Okay, this reminds me of a game. This is so fun that me and my sister used to play. We called it. I would call it Mean Dinner Party. But my sister just called it dinner party. And anytime my mom was like, "Have lunch together, eat a snack," and like when we were little kids, we'd always play basically MASH, but in conversation form almost. And whoever talked first kind of like won the upper hand in the conversation, but you had to have like a good starting point question. So it'd always be like, it's like mean imagination. I don't know how to explain it, but it'd be like, my sister would be like, me and Brad Pitt are very happy. How are you and Urkel? And I'd be like,
Urkel?
Damn it. Yeah.
Family Matters?
So it's almost like, it was almost like improv before improv because you're not allowed to say no, and we didn't know about improv, and you'd have to just take it. So I'd be like, Urkel is great, but he died, and now I'm with, Leonardo DiCaprio, and we live in a mansion. And she's like, their mansion burned down, I heard. And I was like, yes, it did.
Oh, you're just progressing a storyline.
Yeah,
that's
but
cool.
you weren't. But I guess we didn't understand improv, but like we followed like MASH. You can only live in like a shack or a mansion or a thing. So this probably sounds really boring, but as a kid, it was really fun until the opposite person like got the upper hand, and you're just the whole time you're like, fuck!
Like, I'm in a shack now.
And my mom would come out, and like it would inevitably end in a fight, or when I was crying, and my mom would be like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm married to Urkel, and her house burned down.
It's like your future. She's like a fortune teller. I think what I did, like, even though I had a family and I had a little brother, I spent a lot of time alone. I liked being alone. So, like, I think I pretended I was friends with Judy Garland. And I think I named myself Judy, and I would just go in my backyard and talk to myself.
Did you, like, go try and change your name?
I did want to, like, actually go to, the name office at 5 and try to change my name.
No, like, okay. Like
I did have a different, I called myself Judy or something.
I would we're scary alike. Because
I'm excited, tell me.
I went through a phase where I would not answer to my name anymore. I saw, like, the Little Mouse Adventure movies from Disney.
Mighty Mouse? No.
One that was, like, Down Under, and the first one was just, like,
Rescue Rangers? No.
Yeah,
Rescue Rangers?
Yeah,
those were chipmunks or something.
But something rescue, and, and her name was Bianca. And I
Bianca!
was, like, loved her. And so one day, my mom was like, Hannah, come here, and I wouldn't come over. And she's like, I'm calling you. And I'm like, I only answered by Bianca now. And, like, that went on for, like, a couple months.
I'm really good at keeping things to myself, so I would never tell my mom. And I would just never. But I did pretend I was Sarah from Land Before Time, the Triceratops.
Oh,
publicly on the playground. I'd be like, I'm Triceratops.
I always got stuck with Sarah, and I'd feel...
You look like her. If
you
she is gorgeous. She's a Triceratops. You look like the human version of Sarah the Triceratops.
Okay, so in my family, Sarah was the short stick because she had the bad attitude.
Oh no, she's okay. In the Me Too era, she's badass now.
Yeah. Is
so,
she? I don't know about this, but I just remember she would like pout and she'd be really sad, and there was like layers to it. But when you're a kid, you just see her and she's like a jerk, right?
Well, like,
and so my sister would always be like, "I'm long neck or Littlefoot because I'm a leader, and you're Sarah because you're a bitch." And I'm like, God damn it!
She's just trying to say that she is like an emo dinosaur. Is what she's trying to say.
Basically.
And
then Guppy was like my other
Ducky.
It was Guppy.
Ducky.
It was Guppy.
It was
Right? No,
Ducky.
Ducky. And
She-
Guppy is Little Mermaid.
She has a sad story. I think she was murdered by her dad. So don't be her.
Who?
The girl who did the voice.
What?
Yeah. I'm really
Wait,
bringing
so are
this.
you saying I look like the dinosaur or the human who did the voice?
No, you look like the dinosaur.
Again. Okay. Just wanted to confirm, you guys. My name's Hannah Heard. I have 3 horns. I look like an extinct
What noise does
lizard.
she make? Is she like, what? I can't even do it.
I don't know.
It's like if you
Basically,
could do Donald Duck, if you could do Chewbacca, you could do the Triceratops.
all
from-
you single fellas out there, I'm basically a extinct form of a rhino, and I'm available.
Who's the quiet dinosaur in Land Before Time that was basically Eeyore, but like in dinosaur form? He was like dark and he's just like always eating.
Oh, and he kind of had like he was
never talked?
short, and he was. And
He's just like,
and he was like, but he was the sweetest. He was
Yeah.
like their muscle, but he was a sweetheart. It was like a rock. No.
West Side Story.
Yeah, I know. I'm like snapping to remember. Because it was like a 1-syllable name, so I'm trying to.
Oh, just use your phone.
Yeah, actually, that really
We
helped.
have phones?
I feel like that's
I like
why.
your background.
Thank you. I think that's why I'm getting dumber, because I don't really have to think. I could just look.
We
it
can
up
make
on my phone.
we could do the reboot of Dumb and Dumber with us.
This is how old I am. Okay, so Land Before Time was cool when I was a kid, and Pizza Hut was
What year were
still-
you born? I was 1985. What are you?
I'm not gonna say, because I'm hiding my age. I'm okay.
You're not proud of your age?
No,
I'm just telling everybody. I'm like, whatever. I announce it.
I do it. I do tell everyone all the time.
I'm
but
like,
I
I'm
don't-
vegan. I'm 33. I'm gonna be 33.
I don't feel my age, like at
yeah,
all.
I don't either. I know. I'm so limber. I'm like bouncing off the walls. What do you do? I'm like Tigger.
looking. Okay, Sarah, Ducky, Littlefoot. Is that him?
Rooter?
I don't
I
remember.
mean, the
Rooter.
guy who's doing the voice looks like him. There's so many Land Before Times. There's like 10 of them. It's like Land Before Time is like the Fast and the Furious,
Can't
but
you-
with dinosaurs.
I don't want to see the pictures of the talent. I want to see the pictures of the damn dinosaurs, so I know.
Type in slow dinosaur Land Before Time.
Land Before Time characters.
Yeah.
Is that my car?
No. Your car's right up.
Do, do.
I hear that sound all the time. It's somebody.
Okay.
It is not. No, you're good.
I'm like keep looking at my car. Okay, wait. Oh, there was Sharptooth. He was the bad guy. Spike. I knew it was like a one-word thing. Spike. Because he had spikes on his tail. Okay.
And now
that totally makes sense.
they made a whole cable channel for him now.
Spike TV.
Yeah. I'm just
Which-
plugging this in. Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people know this, but like way back when Spike Jones tried to sue Spike TV because he's like, clearly they named it after me. And I'm like, this guy's not an
Is it because of spelling or something?
Because it, like, he's Spike Lee.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about Spike Jones? Spike Jones could have like sued as well. Spike Jones could have sued Spike Lee, who sued Spike, and they all would have lost.
Should we?
And then they sue their moms.
Yeah. Should we address each other as our make-believe names as a kid? So
Oh yeah,
I'll
for the
call
rest
you-
of the
yeah.
podcast as
I'll
a
call
game.
you-
Yeah.
I'll call you Judy.
Okay.
You can call me Bianca, and I'll live my dream.
Okay.
You can't be ugly with the name Bianca. Like you have to be like
If your name was Banaka, you might be ugly.
Bianca.
I think if I were to have like
I
kids
mean-
who are twins, I'd be Bianca and Banaka.
I haven't used Banaka in forever. Do they even still make that?
I don't know.
That'd be
I miss the zebra stripe gum. Do they still make that?
I don't know. We gotta go. Or should I only okay.
You're
I'm getting
good.
off
It's-
subject.
Okay.
Anyways, I
Your
get
car's
distracted, guys, when things are shiny.
Yeah. So
Can you edit this?
no,
You should
I'm not. I do not edit. I do not have time for that.
Oh, no.
So let's see. I'm
So
gonna
we're
go.
looking stuff up
I'm gonna.
online.
Yeah, look at this. So like.
I like this sweater you're wearing in your profile pic.
Oh, thank you. The polka dots.
Yeah.
Thanks. So, that's back when I knew my life. I don't know where my life is going right now. I'm having so many problems. Okay, so, at least they're like...
Did you ever watch Talladega Nights, Will Ferrell's movie?
Oh, what is that? No, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
I just love the part, because it just reminded me of that when you're like, I have problems. Because when he's on the bus delivering pizzas, and he's like, hi, how are you doing? To the guy, and he's like, I just found someone's finger in my apartment. And someone killed, you remember? Like,
I did find a finger in my apartment. That's
no.
Wow.
But this, like, guy on the bus went off all crazy. He's like, I've got real problems. And Will Ferrell's like, I immediately regret speaking to you. Not that I feel that.
You regret being on the podcast. That's cool. No.
No.
I get, like, you know, you have those friends who, like, tell you their problems for hours and hours.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, you're not the only one.
I don't want to be that person. So, my problems aren't that
With that said,
here's
all my problems.
With that said, I'm bringing out, I have, what's, like, you roll up the paper and a scroll full of...
scroll. You roll the paper. I went immediately to weed.
I wrote a book, yeah. So we're going to go into news, and this was a funny story.
Dun, dun, dun.
I thought it was funny. There's a lady in Fort Pierce, Florida, who got caught with cocaine in her purse on a windy day, and she says, like, the police officer's like, why do you have these drugs in your purse? And she's like, it's a windy day. It must have flown through the window and into my purse.
In quotes.
In
quotes. Quotes.
Yeah, unless they're lying. Unless this is fake news. It's too good to be fake news. So, windy day, I mean, she's from Florida. It's not Chicago, so that's a lie.
It's not that windy.
It's not.
Hot.
Like, they get a lot of rain, but it's not that windy.
It's, like, humid. It's sticky.
Yeah, he's like, you're not in Chicago, lady.
I feel like if I lived in Florida, though, I would do more drugs.
Yeah. I think
nothing against Florida. I don't deal well with humidity, so I'd have to be drunk.
Honestly, anywhere I live, I'd probably eventually want to do more drugs. Just like, because, you know, when you move somewhere, you take yourself with you, and you're the problem. Anyways.
That sounds like someone's been perusing the site.
I've watched a lot of Oprah. I read a lot of self-help articles, all right?
Whenever I'm on a downward spiral, I obsessively quote Oprah. My friend's like, you're in a bad place. We need to help you.
Like, I like, meditate when I'm, okay. Anyways, I like this last line of the article. It says, it wasn't immediately known if she has a lawyer. I'm like, yeah, she's her own lawyer, obviously.
This woman could talk herself out of anything.
She can talk herself out of a bag, literally.
Yeah. Or just walk. Just walk it. No kidding.
Just walk it off. Okay. You had a story or something? Did you?
Oh,
I have more. I have plenty more.
Trump, like this month because of like Easter or whatever was up with the Easter bunny. I'm sure everyone saw this. And that's, like, something that happens every year. But for some reason, he saluted the Easter Bunny for his service.
Really?
Yeah. And it's, like, I don't know if the bunny
photo.
saluted
That
back.
looks like a photoshopped photo. Do you want to improvise this scene?
Yeah. Be like, hi, President. I'm a bunny. How you doing?
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Okay, here's a basket of eggs.
Thank you so much for your service.
You're fired.
I'm gonna set you on fire now.
No, like, he seriously... Okay, so here's Obama being normal with the bunny.
Yeah.
They're both waving to the crowd.
You're right.
There's good behavior. There he is, saluting the bunny. And Donald Trump is heading for Do Nothing presidency. That's the headline. And,
I just got eye surgery. I can't see you.
Yeah. Spot on. So their bunny was cute this year, but their president is interesting.
There's some old photos of like kids sitting with a bunny rabbit from like the 20s, and those are some scary rabbits. Scary. Like crying kids, like black and white,
scary,
like bubonic plague style photos of rabbits.
All old photos, like the old sepia, naturally.
They're all like in weird, like I'm dying mess.
Well, some of them are dead. You know that was a thing, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I got the chills just now.
This is a thing where, like, people, photography was, like, just coming out. It was all, like, black and white photos, and they were really crappy. And it was a thing where you would take pictures of the recently deceased before burying them.
In a mask?
And they were dead. No, they would have them in their clothes, like propped up on a chair or laying in a bed or with their like favorite possession, and you would take a photo of them, and they would like try, like you would know they're dead because most of them the time their eyes are closed, but some of them they try and get them open. There's a whole history on this. This show's really taken.
So yeah, there's another that reminds me in
taxes and death. That's the thing.
Death and taxes. Is that I think that's a play. I don't know.
That's a real life problem.
There's a country in South America where they actually dig up their dead every year and take them around town and take them shopping. Like they dig up the dead and they're just like bones.
Crazy. That sounds like an extreme version of Day of the Dead from like Mexico.
Like happy. It's like, let's go on a shopping spree, Grandma.
But I like Mexico's version where they're like, we're going to party for you. We're going to set up a mantle.
We'll paint our faces.
We're going to make your favorite foods and leave them out for you. And this country's like, oh, we're going to up that ante. we are also Latin.
Get out the shovels. Go to Home Depot. Wipe out the shovels.
We're feeding the food to the skeleton.
Yeah.
Bringing them back. This sounds very culturally insensitive. I don't know what culture does this, but good for you.
It's like a weird episode. No, it's like Zoolander, but with dead people. And they're like, remember they're going to get gas?
Oh my god,
and they're like,
so good.
They're like dance, like I just
this
like picture them like.
What was that? Like it was Hall & Oates or something.
Where'd you go?
Oh, that song.
No,
yo. What?
So low. I don't know.
I thought
we're not that old to where we know this stuff.
I'm really into Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah, I like them.
Supertramp.
Is that Supertramp?
Hall & Oates.
What else?
Holland. I just sounded like who?
Whenever people say Hall & Oates, I think they're like hauling oats. I'm like, do you work on a farm?
No, it's like the they have that song like Rich Girl. You're a rich girl, but you won't get.
And it's not by Gwen Stefani? Wow.
No, you gotta listen to it. It's good. And then they have one of my favorite songs that's like in Step Brothers. And it's when they decided to be friends after they both were like, we love John Stamos. And then they're like, let's play karate. And then they play
karate.
Yeah.
That's what my brother used to do, karate. Oh my god. My theater teacher, she's like 90. She's a black belt. I mean, I don't know. Lynn, are you still around? Are you listening to this right now?
You actually play karate?
Yeah. No, like this lady ran like the MCC, Mesa Community College, like theater. She's a black belt, and it was just crazy. So if you play karate, she would just hit you in the neck and you'd be dead.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
My roommates are into a lot of Asian stuff, like K-pop, and they only will watch, like, I'll, like, be like, oh my gosh, guys, there's this amazing movie, we have to watch it, and they're like, where is it from? And I'm like, I think it's, like, a British film, and they're like, no, and then there'll be, like, some Japanese TV show, and they're like, let's watch this game show, and I'm like, okay.
And then subtitles?
Yeah, and it's, like, I really love that they embrace other cultures, but if it's not Asian, they want nothing to do with it, and they're, like, they're not Asian. So, like,
yeah.
That sounds really racist, sorry. So, like, I like watching stuff from other countries, but they're exclusively. Like, if it's anything outside of, like, Korean drama, K-pop music, or, like, Japanese documentaries, they don't even want to know.
Tell them there's a K-pop stage on Longmore and, like, southern area.
Oh, they already know.
Oh,
they're
the
there.
boba place by there is crappy, but
I was so excited because like my first week I moved in with them. They're like, let's take you to this awesome Korean barbecue, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. And then it was like every day they're like, you want to go to Korean barbecue? And I was like,
they're like, is there cocaine in there? What are you doing?
We tried it already. It was kind of like sake. It's good. So
oh my god,
yeah,
it's probably cooked in sake.
I love sake so much.
I did get into a Korean like ER type show.
Which is it? I probably know it. I'm not
it's
gonna
on
lie.
Netflix. It's like the cover is like kind of quirky, but it's kind of like a serious.
I can tell you. Sorry, my foot's like dangerously close to like
dangerously.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
So, and I'm not saying anything bad. I love it, and I question me on Korean dramas. I know what's up.
It's like there's these bad people trying to take over a hospital, and this lady's like, no, that's all I know so far. Like there's these evil people like, we want your hospital.
And she's like, no.
Do you have a celebrity Richard or Dick?
What do you mean? Like someone I don't like or someone I do like?
It can be someone you know or a celebrity who's named Richard, Dick, or Ricky, or Ricardo, or...
Oh,
You
I
just
don't...
describe them and then just say their name.
Oh, okay, so their name doesn't have to be Richard or Dick.
Oh,
I'm not very
it can,
smart.
No, it's fine. It can be last name.
So someone who's an asshole,
Yeah.
but a dick.
Yeah. You can do that too, whatever, because I try to prepare you, but it's okay. Just go ahead.
I don't understand.
I'll do mine first.
Okay,
this is
do
how it
yours
goes.
first. I don't learn things well.
No, some people don't even do it, so it's cool.
Okay.
I'm like the only one who does it because I know my own podcast.
This is the segment.
Okay, no, you can see this right now. Don't say anything.
I'm not saying
I'm gonna describe him. He was on a show. He was on weekdays at like 4 p.m. He hung out with a purple man. A purple man. He was in a really cool episode called A Camping We Will Go, which I hated.
Can I contribute something?
Yeah.
It's a show we all watched and love, almost like Mr. Rogers, except no one would admit that they watched the show.
Yeah, I probably gave it away. And there's a lot of like Christmas songs about this show. This isn't even like the show is not even the thing, but
they always played like in a playground outside of school.
Yeah, and there's like
he would appear.
Yeah,
the
imagination.
You're giving me a look like, shut up. You're giving
No, you're because they don't know what I'm gonna say. I guess.
Okay.
But I like all the songs about this show. Like the Christmas songs are like, joy to the world, blank is dead. We barbecued his head. Okay, like they had songs like that. Don't worry about the body. We flushed it down the potty. Round and round it goes. Okay. So the character from this show, he was in a forest. He's up in a tree. He's a furry little animal looking at me with rings on his tail and a mask on his face. Can you guess his name? I'm not going to say it yet. He likes to sleep in the day and play all night. That sounds like me.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a comedian. He doesn't say much. Now that's all right. He's got a cute little nose and a funny little smile. Does anybody know his name? Ricky Raccoon. I used to sing that all the time. Like when I was Judy in my backyard, I would sing this song.
I wonder. Okay, I remember all the goofy shit I did as a kid, and I just imagine my parents watching me, just like,
like in your head.
I'm being like, who's gonna marry this girl?
Nobody's gonna marry
you know
us.
No one.
I don't
so
want to
far.
get married.
Me
Neither.
neither.
Yeah. Why put yourself through hell?
Here's what drives me crazy. Everyone's like, you'll find someone someday, and I'm like,
I'm living my best life now.
But I'm not
I feel
worried
sad for
about
you.
it. But they're like, oh, it'll happen.
I feel sad for people who are together. Like, when people are together, they're cute, but I'm like,
Like, every once in a while you find a couple, and you're like,
they're
okay.
fighting or something.
No, they're, like, in it. They're, like, they know each other.
Yeah,
they're all about it. That's one in every, like,
500,000 relationships.
Yeah. Everyone else is just, like, you
keeping it together and they hate each other.
Yeah. They're like, we've had so much stuff. I love you, but I swear to God, if you eat dill pickles in the bed again, I'm gonna murder you in your sleep. Like those are the arguments they have.
And I tell them I eat dill pickles in my bed, and they're like, "Do you have anyone?" I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Fuck you."
I know, but
I don't do
something
that.
weird and obscure that you would do. You know what I mean?
I'm like, I get the bed to myself. I get to stretch out. They're like, "Fuck you."
I love having a bed to myself.
Yeah. I like not having, because like when you're in a relationship, it's like I feel like you have to be a different person a little bit.
You have to
I want to be accepted for who I am, but no one's ever going to do that.
Okay,
so
here's the problem I have, and I'm going to get all feminist, about being a woman in a relationship. I strongly believe in relationships, there's always someone who's the garden and someone who tends to the garden, and that you call them the hoe, because like actually it's like that's the gardening tool.
Are you talking about girls?
But it talks about like the hoe. And so there's always one person that's like a little more catered to, and in any relationship it can flip where like you're the garden in this subject, but I'm the garden in this subject. But what happens is, and I feel like a lot of women might relate to this, is that like you end up nurturing more than you get back. And that's kind of expected, and that's more.
I hate that.
I feel like it's more traditional relationships where
Makes
the
me
man is
angry.
the head of the house, you're the neck. Kind of. Have you heard
like
that
support
saying?
everything he does?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a shit what you
And
do.
I fall into that a lot because my family's very like traditional with that kind of role, and I lose myself completely. So when people are like, you'll
I don't
find
want to lose
someone,
myself.
I'm like, no, I have dreams. I want to.
I'm sorry you don't have dreams.
If I can
and I
get
do.
a hoe, then that would be great.
Yeah.
But no. So I don't know if anyone else can relate to that.
I can relate.
Yeah.
I mean, your garden thing was, I get it. I was like, where is she going with this? But no, I understand. Like, I feel like I'm supporting more sometimes.
I feel like I'll never date another comedian because it's going to turn into what can we do, quote unquote, to like make him more successful, and then like I'm like,
you're not even funny. Shut your mouth.
Yeah. So,
I'm the funny one.
I'm the funny one. So like if I do find someone, like I want to be the comedian. I want you to be like an accountant or a sad businessman.
I mean, I'm not like I think people can go after their dreams. Like I would never be like, don't go after your dreams. But
no, but I don't want to have the same dream as them.
No, yeah. I think when like for me, it's like.
That's sad. That cat looks so sad on your screen.
I know. What the fuck? That's
like,
an ugly
cat.
cat.
Has, like, pink eyes.
It's like weird grumpy cat, but
well,
is that a real cat? It looks like a dinosaur cat.
No, it looks like it's like has pink eye, and it's like, will you?
I know a girl who's an artist who makes cat like this, and she puts him in dinosaur era.
You said it like
Mob
foreign.
Graves.
Wait, you said it foreign though. You like mix cat like this.
Like, make a cat like a this.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a gun like this.
I feel like I sound like really, what is the term, like xenophobic of other countries. I'm not.
No, I love, we gotta do accents.
Yeah.
It's just how we are.
On my dad's side, they're Southern, like they're from Tennessee. And
That's a different kind of Southern accent.
They have a Southern accent. And then my mom's side, they're from Chicago, but like my grandparents are like Russian Ukraine.
That's pretty cool.
So they talk like this.
No,
like that's more like
we from other country.
That's more, when I said that sounds more like Sebastian. He's like, and you got to pucker your lips like this.
Oh yeah, I watched that movie a lot as a kid. Little Mermaid. Yeah, I remember that.
I like how you say little kid. I'm like currently.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have a T-shirt. I have a lot of T-shirts with Little Mermaid on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, currently. Yeah. I mean, I sung like I did chorus in 7th or 9th grade, and then like college I did some singing, and I'm still pretty terrible at it. But
what's your favorite Pixar Disney movie, or like the computerized Disney movie?
Oh, you mean like CGI?
Well, because sometimes they'll say this is just Pixar, and like it's strangely familiar to Disney, and others will be like Disney Pixar. So I want to know
Monsters Inc. I don't know.
Yeah, like what's your favorite? I guess current like Disney kind of movie.
Current Disney one.
That's all computerized.
I want to say Coraline, but that's not Disney.
That's a good one.
I mean, yeah, that's always my favorite.
I feel like Disney doesn't do like cartoons anymore. It's all digital.
They try.
It's all digital.
Wasn't Emperor's New Groove the last one they did?
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
That's a sarcastic one.
I feel like that's an understated movie.
That's a good movie.
I'm not gonna lie. The other podcast I was on, I talked about that quite a bit.
Well, shit, we can't talk about it then.
Well, they don't need to know what the podcast was.
That you're cheating on them with other info. Yeah. And I've probably talked about stuff on my other podcasts that have been on this one already. What else?
What's our next feature story?
We can... Yeah, let's see. There's one more. I don't know if this one really matters, but for all of our gay listeners.
Oh, Pride Parade.
Yeah, well, this one's related to that.
Sorry.
Wait, no. Well, that can be your story. This is my gay story. Dating app Grindr says it will stop sharing HIV status in their profiles. Now, is that good or bad? Would you want to know?
Okay, so I used to work in a hospital, so it's against HIPAA violation and client and patient rights to disclose any diseases.
Yes.
But that is not a hospital. That is a dating app.
Maybe Banner owns them now. Banner Hospital.
Maybe. I feel like it's the same as like eHarmony or Match won't let like murderers on their site, I assume, or something.
Damn.
Like
hey, uncle, you can't be on there.
I don't know, but I hope that they do. I hope I don't like get set up with this amazing guy, and he's like perfect, and he's like, by the way, we all have our flaws. In Florida, I murdered 3 people, but that's behind me.
There was a
You
guy,
know, like-
so, like, there's a joke I have that's a true story about a murderer, and I got interrogated by police,
Really?
like, a few years ago, yeah, and
Why? Did you
because I
murder?
knew him.
Oh.
He murdered somebody 20 years ago. I probably talked about this already.
Oh my god.
A guy, he was trying to, like, hit on me. It's kind of like the guy who said hello in the email. Like, he's,
yeah.
like, kind of manipulative. Like,
Him?
no, different. No, he's in
Okay.
prison, the guy.
Okay.
Anyways, he would try to convince me to like him. And as you know, probably people listening, if you want people to like you, you don't have to convince them.
They already do.
Don't convince them to like you.
Yeah.
And so he would do that. And I think he did to a lot of girls, of course. And then I think in an interrogation, if somebody mentions, I mean, they're really nice. They're just
Yeah.
like,
They're not grilling you.
no,
You're
I'm not
bad
the
guy.
murderer. But I know that the joke I have is that the phone call I got, the voicemail, they're like, you know, this is Veronica from Homicide, Phoenix, and you know what this is about. And I'm like, I do? I'm like,
You got
what?
me. Homicide.
I thought I'd murdered somebody and and I didn't know it. Like, I would never. I stepped on a bug.
That's very presumptuous that you're like, and you know what this is regarding.
Yeah,
Don't do that to me. Don't.
because I was at work and I'm like,
But
I
you
can't
know
help
what?
anybody.
That's the best way to get someone to call back. That's a
Yeah.
hell of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would call back if she was like, I'm Veronica, and it would be really nice if we could take a survey at the end of this phone call. Even if Veronica gave excellent service.
Veronica was
I
basically
wouldn't.
a TV show in like 30 seconds.
Oh my god, yeah.
She
funny.
was.
Yeah.
She's talented. I wonder if
That's
she's still
good.
around. I should go see how
Have
she's
you
doing,
ever
if she's
thought-
made it yet.
Have you ever thought about, like, I think everyone goes through this phase where they're like, I'm going to be a cop or a lawyer or a litigator or a part of the justice system.
You had that phase?
No.
You said everyone. I'm like, I did
feel-
it.
Well, I was really into Law and Order, the show, for a long time.
I don't get that show. My friends are on it. I don't get it. I think everyone in
It's like,
Brooklyn's on it.
Dunk, dunk.
Dun, dun.
That's their thing. Dunk, dunk.
I liked Matlock. I liked Murder, She Wrote.
I love Angela Lansbury. I love her.
I liked
What's
Rescue
what was
911.
it, Columbo? Or he's
Oh, I didn't watch that.
One more thing.
I like Simon and Simon.
I don't know Simon.
Oh shit, am I the only
I
one?
need to see it.
Look it up, just Simon and Simon.
Okay, I like it.
It's not even Simon Says. It's like Simon says, we have another Simon.
Simon says, "Hey, there's two."
Hey, there's two.
That's pretty
And
funny.
Simon said there'd be two, and there was. He's God.
It'd be funny if there's like some other guy who's like, and Dave says there's two. Shut up, Dave.
The Simons didn't
It's the
say.
Simons that say it, not the Daves.
Yeah, in that show, no one else talked. It was very peculiar.
Yeah. That'd be a great show premise. Like, oh.
What a great improv game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
That would be
It's like,
fun.
no, we just gave it away.
Yeah, the whole sketch. I wrote this one. Well, no, it's not very funny. Well, I'll give you the premise. It was like a fish out of water sketch, and we had to like.
Was it called Asthma? What's it called?
No, it's the concept of you have to take someone who's normal, like the quote unquote straight guy, and put him in an unfamiliar world.
Okay.
So mine was
Oh.
the character woke up in a world where everything was made of potatoes.
Oh. A
Like-
French fry world?
Like everything was potatoes. The streets were
Like
potatoes.
his hands were potatoes? His
no,
fingers?
like we were still humans. But
Okay.
like our clothes and our chairs.
Did you have like the Midas touch but the potato touch?
I guess, yeah. But the thing was, he
Starchy.
actually started a rebellion, and he's like, "We're carrot people now." We're
The
carrot
other
people."
root vegetable
Yeah.
that makes your eyes better. That makes your eyes better instead of growing eyes.
Yeah, it was
from
it was a political thriller.
Which one the Republicans? Which one the Democrats?
It was the Republican of carrots. So,
Oh.
but they weren't real Republicans. They just were pro carrot
Instead of aborting carrot.
instead of aborting innocent carrots by the dozens.
Well, this has been fun.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. I don't know if you want. Do you want to mention anything else? Like, what's your Twitter or Facebook or Instagram?
Oh yeah, you can find me. Check and see if I look like Sarah from The Land Before Time.
She's beautiful.
It's a beautiful.
I wanted to be
animal.
her because I'm not assertive enough.
You can find me on Hannah 421 on Instagram, or under Hannah Heard on Facebook. But I found that there's a lot of Hannah Heards that come up on Facebook. So
Like Hannah, have you heard? Like
yeah,
is it
like I
Hannah
heard like HE.
I heard Hannah was doing this.
I heard this. I also have a Twitter. I don't really use it, but have at it. It's also haha Hannah 421.
That's cute. It's like haha Hollywood. Do you know
thing?
that venue? Sorry,
No.
anyone listening, you know that venue?
No.
I saw Anthony DeSmito there when I had to drive him home to Phoenix.
Oh, fun.
But I think they closed that location now. It was on Lancashire. Anyways, I don't know. That's a few years ago. So back to the Sarah thing really quick. She's like the Tina Fey of the dinosaur kid world.
Really?
I mean, maybe
I don't know
Ducky
about
was.
it.
Ducky kind of was too. If you
Ducky
put
kind
Ducky and
of-
Sarah together, are like Tina Fey.
Ducky is if I had to find a person who is Ducky, and this is absolutely a compliment, it would be Mariah Bamford.
Oh yeah.
She is total Ducky.
Can we do a reboot of Land Before Time with like Maria
Yes.
Bamford? Okay.
Like a live action, like how they're doing Lion King. Except with
Who would be long neck? Like
well, his dad would have to be like
John Mulaney. You know him?
Yeah,
John Mulaney
so
could be
tall.
long neck. Yeah.
But he doesn't seem like the strong leader type. But he is a guy coming
okay,
into
then
his
fuck.
own. I like it. Who would be Spike?
Just a guy who doesn't have a Bobcat Goldthwait.
Sure. Okay. And then
he's like, "Lur."
was Sarah the like main girl then? And it was like her and Littlefoot. And then who would be the parents? It should be like
Oh shit! Like
Liam Neeson because
like Helen Mirren.
Liam Neeson because he loses them, and Helen Mirren she doesn't give a shit. She's just like fine.
Or
take
like
them.
what? Like
Actually, Helen Mirren's amazing. Like
Yeah.
I love her. That would be a good
I mean, she has a good voice for the
or
mom.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep or
That'd
her.
be
Yeah,
really
yeah. I was
great.
thinking that.
And then Liam Neeson because he just fucking leaves his kids.
Who
all
could
over the
be?
place.
Who could be? Sarah. You can be Sarah. Or
Oh, I didn't even think about Sarah.
who could be Sarah?
Like a
Who's kind of bitchy? Everybody.
no.
What guy could play Sarah?
Honestly,
Donald Trump could play Sarah.
No, you're putting me.
I
in the
know.
same-
I'm sorry.
You're putting me in the same boat as Donald.
didn't.
I was just about.
I
to
knew you were gonna say that when I said that.
I
And
was about to say Leslie Jones could be Sarah.
Leslie. Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. She'd be
She
good.
doesn't look anything like Sarah,
From the SNL.
but she has that strong "I take no shit, no prisoners" attitude, while still being like
And
charming.
like instead of that, Sarah.
she's like so strong but charming.
and
Like-
instead of like, cause she likes Game of Thrones, so she would be good.
Oh, did you see the Naked and Afraid with the Game of Thrones guy? They did where she's like it was for Saturday Night Live, and it was
Oh
the
no, I
actor
did.
from
I saw it.
and
Yeah.
the only thing she brought was hot sauce, and she kept trying to eat him.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
There's no point to that. Just watch a lot of shows.
I want Tracy Morgan to play a character, but I can't think of anything.
Oh my god, yeah.
Maybe he could
Maybe
play.
like Sarah's dad. When she meets up with him in the end.
She's like,
So-
like, where you been?
I love him too.
Like, that's crazy.
I love him from 30 Rock.
I
He's
know.
so good. He has a new show with Haddish.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish. And he comes back out of like prison or something, and like she's like
That's not Kevin Hart. That's somebody else.
no. Okay, she's Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart are doing a movie,
Okay.
which looks amazing, and
Yeah.
I want to see. But there's a TV show, I believe, with Tiffany Haddish. Maybe it's someone else. I thought it was her. And Tracy Morgan, and it's like really good. He like comes out of prison and he's like trying to readjust or whatever, but he just keeps like messing up. It's like it's called like the OG.
It's like his Walmart accent
It's
all
like
over again.
the original gangster.
Oh,
or
okay.
something, but it's a comedy.
I thought OG was old guy. No.
But a bump.
Original. So original guy.
Original
Original
guy.
guy.
The original guy.
The original guy.
You should say that to someone, and they're like, "I'm OG, I'm OG," and you're like, "I'm OG," and they're like, "What?" And you're like, "I'm an old guy."
I'm like, I'm an original girl.
Yeah, right. And they're like, "You're cute. You don't know words.
I'm like,
And-
I try.
Words are hard."
I try to be it. Words are hard. I live alone. Okay. I like everyone says they live alone, but like me, it's true.
I love that though when you're like, I'm unhappy. I'm great forever. Hello. Like just trail off.
Yeah.
I
Everything's great. I love sleeping alone. I do everything alone. I'm alone.
I know. Oh, yeah. Driving here, there's a big...
This is a podcast that doesn't end. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, just I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
I was driving over here, and there's this huge Mormon church temple thing, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
religious.
I can see it's glowing from my door right now.
I'm not religious, but it has like immaculate garden, and
I can hear them. The Easter pageant, they sing into the sky. Anyways,
it's everything. It's great. And so there's this couple sitting out on the ledge outside of it because they can't get in because it's all locked up, and they're just like having this beautiful romantic moment. And it took every fiber of my being to not pull over and be like, "Hey, is this guy bothering you? Is this guy?"
She's like, I'm getting to know Jesus.
Yeah. What are you doing out there at church? I don't know. I'm not even religious, but it was
don't you know they close at like 5 p.m.?
But it was weird. All I saw were their backs, but I could tell it was a guy and a girl, and I'm like, oh, they're having like an intimate moment. And then
how old were they?
They were older. They were like late 20s.
Oh, I thought you were saying 80s. I'm like, let them have their fun then. They're gonna die tomorrow.
If they're gonna hop the fence in their 80s and like frolic in the garden.
How cute and like gross, but like avert your eyes, but let them have fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the wrinkles, but
I'm pro old sex, I guess. Just old people need it.
See, that's why I'm single. I don't want the old sex.
You want the new stuff?
I don't want to be like an old person trying to fall in love. That's sick. I mean, it's cute for a Pixar movie. Like, what's Up? It's cute for Up, but
you're gonna get okay. This is a whole other podcast. We're gonna
turn into Pixar porn podcast.
So again, wrapping it up. Taxes and death. Please send us your dick.
Please email us at pleasesendddickpics@gmail.com.
And
anything, just anything.
Thank you for listening to.
Thanks for being on. Yeah, you're like heading this up now.
Yeah.
Okay. And remember to please send dick pics. And we out.
But you know I would hate anything to happen to her. Would you please let me see her?